Well, hello everybody, welcome back to another week here on the channel. Oh, as you can see, it is a beautiful start to the week here. So I figure, since I've got all of these branches and stuff that I need to deal with, I'm going to check and see if that old mini wood chipper I've got can really be put to use and help me break this stuff down, or what. Being the kind of channel it is, I figured I'd bring you guys along. So, let's get started. Some of you may recall this little beast from our old house. We got it because we watched the sale price go from 148 at the start of all that to 35 at the end, and we figured, what the heck, it's bound to at least provide us $35 worth of usefulness, which it did. I managed to chip up all of that old sour cherry tree that was right outside the back window, and a whole bunch of siding boards, and I made the insulation for the aquaponic greenhouse, and the fish tank stayed a nice consistent temperature from that point. So I got my 35 out of this, but what I want to do with it now is I want to set it to work breaking down these brush piles that I've got left over from the, all the tree trimming that I'm doing. And I've still got a lot more trees to trim, so if I just leave it like this, the whole property's going to end up covered in that. Now I'm going to go through here with assorted clippers and loppers and saws and stuff and take out anything that's still semi-useful for in the fire pit. But most of this stuff is destined for the bottom of a hugel mound anyway, and I kind of figure if I try and throw it through the chipper, at least it'll be a little easier to work with, a little more compact. I can get, a little more carbon storing going on at the bottom of that thing, and in theory, well, seems to me, in theory anyway, that should be a good thing. And as I said, every one of these trees that's coming down is resulting in one of these piles. Sure, it's not going to be so bad once I take, the decent sticks out of it. Like I said, anything that's useful for the fire pit. But that is still going to leave a lot of just junk, bramble, brush around. So hopefully I can make this little wood chipper, give me another $35 worth of life. Because I've still got quite the pile in the front yard there too, with all those tomatoes. It's a little awkward to mow around, and there's still all of those trees to come down. So, yes, back to the wood chipper. This thing does come with a handy bag to catch it all, but I'm hoping to chip rather more wood than that. So we'll be using, wait for it, the ice fishing sled, of course. One thing I actually kind of like about this, what brand is it anyway? Lawn Master, I think. Little chipper. It's got the little cord holder. It makes it kind of handy. A little less likely to unplug it. Now, I'm going to turn this thing on, and you're going to see why we're not going to have too many moments of it running in today's video. On its own, this is not a quiet thing. Once I start shoving wood in there, which I will try and do for you in a minute, it's going to get even louder, so for the record, you have been warned. So, just a little example for you of what this thing sounds like when it's running, just so you know for sure why we're not getting those video clips. Alright, well, this is taking way longer than I anticipated, and I don't know if you can see him up there behind me, but the sky has gone from blue to kind of a nasty sort of gray. So I'll show you what I've gotten here so far, and how little of it I've actually been able to work through. So I've ended up with a lot of shredded material that I think is going to be great fire pit tinder. So I'm keeping that in the bag that actually came with this chipper. And over here in the ice fishing sled, I've got, it's an interesting sort of assorted kind of sawdust that I'm getting out of this. Here you can see the branches, well, the ends of the branches that remain, because as I've been going through this pile, I've learned this chipper does not want to deal with spruce, green, dried, whatever. It doesn't want to deal with it. However, we had a couple of pieces of dead wood that fell from this monster here during one of the last windstorms, and because they were long since dead, the chipper just ate them right up. But all of the skinnier branches and stuff from the apple were getting, well, this shredded material. But like I say, I think this will be good when it comes time to start firing up the fire pit, because that's great kindling, isn't it? Was tossing things out to get to the kind of the bottom there where I've got the older apple and well, just the bits of wood that I've collected since we got here. The oldest stuff is on the bottom of that pile, so I'm gonna have to toss that. But with the clouds coming, I don't think I'm gonna get much more done today. I'm old-fashioned enough to believe that if it's raining outside, I shouldn't be using things with an extension cord to power them. So I'm gonna wrap this up and put it away and hopefully get back at it in the next couple of days. I can toss this pile without getting all this stuff set up, so yeah. I guess we'll just see what comes of that. Tomorrow, well, I imagine tomorrow we'll take a look downstairs. So yeah, thanks for joining me today, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow.